Hi guys, I'm Yoni. I've been developing my own machine learning based algorithmic trading and backtesting system for the past 5 years. And I just wanted to briefly talk to you about the top mistakes I've done when conducting a backtest and all of the hours that were put into really shitty, time wasting activities and problem fixing activities, which I wish I could have avoided. And I wanted to share them with you. So I would say the first one would be data leaks and data bugs, data issues, and also software issues. So if you have some data, I've encountered many data providers that the data is just have some bugs inside, and the numbers, like let's say if we take the open, high, low, close of a bar, the numbers there are just wrong. And if I wouldn't filter for this and search for them, then I wouldn't have found it. As well as data leakage. So when I run my machine learning models. So if I take data from the future and accidentally it leaks inside some of my features, which I use them to predict the target, like for example the next trading day win or loss. When I take the leakage from the future into my features, it presents me a backtest which is really superior and great and amazing. And I had maybe 10 times even that I had this happening to me, and I looked at the backtest and I say, wow, these are great results. And then I dig into it a little bit and try to understand what's going on, and I realized that I accidentally leaked data from the future into the past. This is happening very subtly, you won't notice it, and you should be aware of it all the time. So the next thing that might happen is also software bugs. So your backtesting software, I write my own, which, as I will say soon, it was a mistake, but I'm already wrote it, so I'm using it. But I did have a lot of data issues because of the software, the backtesting software I built, and just regular software bugs that, because we are trying all the time to get great results and to have a good performance, well, me personally, at the beginning I made the mistake of sorry, some bugs here flying. I made the mistakes of actually switching my program into presenting data from the future into the past in numerous ways. This is why I encourage you to use maybe a backtesting platform. If you use Python, there's dogs for it, and I'm sure you're well aware of them. But if it's possible for you, then yeah, use them. The second thing you want to really pay attention to is execution, realistic execution of the trades you are backtesting. So you might run the backtest, you might get good results or bad results, it doesn't matter. The thing is that you want to ensure that each trade, each line on your trades in the backtest would actually be possible to trade on in the point in time you ran it on. Sometimes the exchanges, the stock markets, I'm not even aware of all of the rules. There are some rules in place to prevent certain trades. For example, shorting sometimes is disabled by the broker, and you wouldn't be able to have done it if you would try to make the trade. Sorry for my English. Yeah, also some halts might happen. Each exchange, each stock market has its own. So I encourage you to go out and look for the rules that your exchange enforces, and really make sure that every line on your backtest actually can, like if you would have run it in point in time in the past, would it actually be possible to make it? The next thing I want to talk about, which probably have burned the most hours for me, is not automating stuff. So when you get the backtest results, you just view it, and then you run another backtest, and then you compare them. and then you run another one with a little slightly different data set or slightly different parameters, and then you compare these to the other two, and you end up with a bunch of backtests. For me, it's even hundreds, thousands of backtests. I'm just eyeballing, looking at the graph of it, while all this time I could automate it and just build some software. And nowadays it's really easy, since you have all of the agents, ChatGPT, Codex, all of the other ones, I forgot the names, Cloud Code, whatever. You could use them to automate all of the comparing of the backtests. So you could set up like a score. For example, you can use profit factor, and basically the highest, you could set up a rule like the highest scoring backtest out of the 100 backtests you've run with different parameters, different data, is the best one, and you can just choose it and let the system actually choose it for you instead of comparing backtests. And I've done so many backtests, and when you're a beginner you enjoy it a little bit, but after a while you're just looking at all these backtests, and even your mind, you start to lose like the grip on all of the data. And now I've come to a place where I let the system to run the backtests, and then it compares them by itself and chooses the best ones. So whatever you can automate, just automate it if it's feasible for you. I mean, just whatever you can automate, it automate. And even if you don't know code, you can just download an AI agent and code whatever you want. It will code it for you. And basically, it's the easiest thing to do right now. We are in a point in time where we can use it and actually automate everything. It's crazy. Yeah, so these are the main three issues. They might not be the most devastating ones, but I think the most time wasting, which I've encountered during my 5 years of developing my system. And yeah, just a short pop-up here at the park to enjoy the view and talk to you guys a little bit about the process of backtesting.